Hello everyone, or anyone, or the ether, if I'm just kind of speaking into the void, welcome. Gonna do some more drawing tonight. If you're not already on your way to bed, or if you need something to watch while you're trying to fall asleep, I might be able to help. Okay, what are we gonna do tonight? Be a hell of a time to get art block. Start simple. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my God, it's my wife. Say hi to my wife, everyone's. She's so cool. Hi, Stevie. This guy looks how I feel. I might need some caffeine soon. I can't change it yet. I have to do it through some other means that I don't currently have. Believe me, I looked into it. Hello, Freddie B. Thanks for joining. Okay. is an 8. Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate it. Thank you, Stevie. Appreciate it. Now tell your friends and make me go viral. There, I did a flip. You happy? Why you gotta remind me that I'm old? I thought we were friends. Well, man, this is an art stream, not a parkour stream. You know I put my extreme backflipping days behind me. Not since the incident. We don't speak of it. So how's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's making it. Excuse me. I know I have a 3. Here's a 3. That was a mistake. Whatever. I think that guy's as done as he's gonna be. He was not that interesting to begin with. Anyone got any suggestions? Keep them kosher, please. Some rando shape. Actually, I forgot to do this. That extreme chin neck shadow. It's interesting drawing and watching myself draw through a screen. A lot of the stuff that I don't like on the page actually looks halfway decent on film. Well, on video, I should say. That's dating myself a little bit. This guy's gonna be extremely gaunt, I guess. Now big old grandpa ears. That's good enough. Probably should have made these pupils a little smaller, but whatever. God, they're almost like butterflies. Some big ears. Forgot to fire up the music. The music that won't get me a strike, hopefully. Hello, Shelly. Thanks for joining. Ah, these stupid ads. I really need to figure out a better way to do this. This guy didn't come out as angry as I wanted. He's more mildly annoyed. Hello, Shauna Shannon. Thanks for joining, if you're still here. I'm trying to pay attention to who shows up, but sometimes I get engrossed in the process, so I apologize. Jean Lopez, thanks for visiting. Welcome. Pixel and Pros, welcome. Let's see. All the wrong sizes. There we go. Whoops, I am getting ahead of myself. Need an ad blocker or something. Hey Deanna, welcome. Long time no see. Hello Big Cheese, welcome. Hello Moss, welcome. Break out this acrylic pen for some It's a little thicker than I wanted it to be, but oh well. Okay, that's as far as he's going. What else? See. Myself get out of this one. Dorito head. Hello, Mark. Welcome. Let's make this some crazy side hair. Give myself a challenge tonight. I'm not crazy about drawing hair. Have to look at a different channel. Hello, welcome. Thanks for the likes, people. Everybody, I'm appreciative. Oh, hey! Thank you, Venomous Hulk. I appreciate it. See, the finer details of doing hair, it's not impossible to do. I'm just not fond of doing it, really. Especially when I'm going for cleaner lines. Let's just attempt to give him some mustache hair so it joins the bigger mass here. Almost has a simian look. That was, well, monkeyish. That was not my intent, but here we are. So, how am I gonna do this? Oops. Maybe that could work. Maybe not. It kind of works. Thicker lines, darker lines, potentially simulating shadow. Still not crazy about it. Putting it down here at the bottom. Hello, Dario. Welcome. welcome. Thanks for joining. I probably should have stuck with the hard lines on that one. It looks okay. Okay. I've waited long enough. Gonna draw an old favorite. It's been a hot minute since I've drawn Heisei Godzilla, but there you are. I don't know how true it is, but apparently Godzilla's muzzle has historically always been based on cats. And with the, I suppose, prevalence of cats in Japanese pop culture, that makes some sense. And a lot of previous characterizations of Godzilla have been cat-like, at least. Especially in the most recent MonsterVerse stuff with Adam Wingard, who has chosen to base a lot of his mannerisms on his cat, which is endearing, if I'm being perfectly frank. I don't always agree with what he does, but I do find that a worthwhile contribution. he looks a little cross-eyed. Welcome, Joseph. Thanks for joining. I don't want to go too much more detailed than that. At least not for now. Well, getting ahead of myself again. It's been a while since I've drawn Heisei Godzilla, as I mentioned. And I don't think I've ever drawn Heisei Godzilla in a kind of cartoony style before. Hello, Josephine Luna. Thanks for joining in. Hello, Jesse. Welcome. always found it weird that a lot of versions of Godzilla have ears. I mean, I get it. Sort of understand why it was done, but strange seeing a reptile with traditionally mammalian ears. Ooh, that was... It is, buddy. It is. I'm glad you stuck around for it, actually. I needed an excuse to draw it, and well, here we are. I might have an all kaiju night. Yeah, buddy. You see it. It's not my best one by any stretch, but... Ugh, it's going to be a lot of line work. And I was trying to keep it simple. I don't care. Come on. Do I have to mute this every time this happens? Alright. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where are all these likes coming from? Hey, like the toast. How are you doing this fine evening? Yeah, I understand. About the same. I have been very tired today and very sore. Time makes fools of us all. I suspect it's going to rain soon because my joints are aching. I'm not old, I'm experienced. The Book Collector, welcome. Oh my gosh. So many likes in so quick a time. Thank you, everybody. It's good to be liked. Oh, really? God. To live in a world without tornadoes. Tonight? If so, be careful. Frickin' hate those things. Okay, I'm about to try something I'm not entirely confident in, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, please don't let me regret this. Okay. I mean, I've only experienced one earthquake in my entire lifetime, and it was not as scary as the one tornado I've experienced in my lifetime. But that doesn't mean you're not right. I can live my entire life without ever having to experience another frickin' tornado. No, thank you. Well, draw something. If you can. If you're not getting ready for bed or something. Oh, boy. You can't wait? Ugh. I mean, it would be great to have you closer. Don't get me wrong, but that's the one thing I wouldn't miss. That's just me. Unless you're being sarcastic. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. I still hold to my stance, though. I'll take boring weather any day. But I don't, it's not my job, so I got it. I understand. Oh my gosh, 2.1K. Incroyable. Thank you, everybody. My swollen ego thanks you. It was dying on the vine. I don't know how I feel about this just yet. I'm trying to trust the process here, but not quite as enthralled with it as I would like to be. I'm out of practice. I draw every day, but the pen work is hit and miss. And it's especially true with my monster stuff. Not for long. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Whoops. Oh, gotcha. You right. At least I hope you're right. Oof. Do I want to try and do scales? I feel like I'll regret it. I also feel like he is dangerously close to being over-designed. Alright. Okay. I never could say no to peer pressure. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. Pun City. One then another. I do love a pun. Oh boy. I'm a little worried about this. Man, that's so thick. I don't understand. Maybe I'm pressing down too hard. That does look much better. And I was afraid it was going to be real bad. How do I want to do this? I'm almost to 3K, guys. You're incredible. That's certainly incredible to me. Thank you. All jokes aside, thank you. Oh my gosh. Don't scare me like that. Ugh. I might be overcomplicating this. Oh, Lord. I already feel like I made a mistake. It's too late now. True, true. Wise words from both of you. Oh boy, I'm getting intimidated. Getting in my head about it. What I'm afraid of is the more details I put into this, the harder the line work is going to become, and the messier it's going to look. And that's not exactly what I was going for. I'm also not great at drawing scales. I know Godzilla has that sort of scar tissue look, so it's not traditional scales per se, but well, okay, hold on a minute. That doesn't look terrible. I can see how I might make this work. Now you're just teasing me. I mean, they're just little... Is it concave or convex? The little C-shapes. At least that's how I view them. And I'm doing it very slapdash, because I kind of want to get it over with. I've already spent more time on this drawing than I wanted to. But it is a worthwhile exercise. It's not traditional Godzilla scales, though. It's, oh, gosh. Don't get killed by bugs, man. Or automatons, or whoever Super Earth is fighting now. I will understand, believe me. Fight for democracy. Alright, I'll take you up on that. The only way to make a tornado worse. Well, not the only way. I can think of several ways. Sharks. Don't die. That's a horrible way to go. Oh my god. I feel like that's already one of the sequels. If they haven't done it already, I'm sure they're about to. I unironically love the first movie. I'll defend that movie till the day I die. First Tremors is great. But that's a franchise that, depending on who you ask, went to hell really quickly. Having said that, they're still a lot of fun. So I'm actually partial to the fourth one, which is a prequel, and it's one of the ones that's sort of, my understanding is it's sort of universally panned. And it's not great, but I, for some reason, am a sucker for prequels. I'm ultra forgiving if they check a few of my boxes. But yeah, I, for some reason, like that one. Oh, 5? Man, having a hard time remembering which one 5 is. Is that Shrieker Island, or is that, like, further down? I haven't actually watched that one. Oh, gotcha. I watched the series when it was on Sci-Fi. It was not great, but... Oh, well, there you go. Something that made me extremely sad is that Kevin Bacon came back he filmed a pilot for a new Tremors series, and I've seen some of it. It's not super great, but it's also kind of compelling, and it's one of those things like, wow, I really wish that had seen the light of day, just to see what it would have been like, but c'est la vie. One of those things. I don't know that I would necessarily say that it's a franchise I'm surprised hasn't seen a big budget remake of yet. I mean, it seems to be thriving in the B movie, Z movie place, but the Antarctic one? That's 5? So Shrieker Island must be 6 or 7. At some point, Napoleon Dynamite joins the cast. That's all I know. And Jamie Kennedy? Did I fever dream that? Oh, I see. Um, I have many, so sometimes I have to ask. Oh, yikes. Well, charge it. You won't hurt my feelings if you need to go. Till 10K? I think I topped out at like just under 3. This is already more than I ever expected, so thank you. Wait, what? You lie. You tell fibs and lies. It must have froze up on my phone. I'm also watching on my computer, but I don't see that. I guess so. Whatever. I'll trust you. I'm still not seeing it on my computer. I think that's all I'm going to do on Godzilla for now. Maybe I'll come back to it later, but... Okay. Does anyone have any requests? Keep it clean and try to steer away from, like, well-known characters. Well, I don't know, unless they're Godzilla or monsters or something. I could potentially try and draw something like that, unless I can just think of something else. What to do? Empathy is free, welcome. It is free. I think this will be my last thing before I go to bed. Well, until I get off of here. God knows I'll be awake till question marks. Oh, that's... Ooh, that's a good one. All right. How am I going to do this? You know, I've been meaning to draw this for a while now, actually. I'm not doing it quite the way I planned it, though. I might actually break out the Sharpie for this one and do a... Man, I wish I had a bigger one. I'm out of all my big ones. Well, maybe not. Really screwed up on these wings. How to remedy. I had a picture that I could have used as reference. I got a better idea. $8? Almost $9K? Incredible. You're all incredible. Ooh, that was a good idea. Thank you, Melba. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah. That's as far as I got. Although, ooh, that feels much better. The funniest of the monsters? Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I see. I don't know. I mean, definitely in some circles, in some depictions, but I can think of a few. I can think of a few that are funnier, sillier, at least in my opinion. Just gallbladder? I'm going to assume that was a typo. Oh, dang. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't read the above. Whoops. A doy. Well, okay, that's fine, man. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope Janelle's better. Or feels better. Gallbladders are no joke, though. Oh, man. What was his name? Um... Oh, man. I know exactly who you're talking about. Gosh, that's gonna bug me now. Gossamer. Yes, that's the one. He came out a little cuter than I wanted him to, but I mean, that's going to appeal to some Mothman fans. You know who you are. I know who you are. You too, man. Have a good night. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I liked Gossamer, but I remember there was a hot minute as a kid where I was scared of him. And I apparently wasn't the only one who thought so. But now I find him very endearing. And in retrospect, I'm like, how? Oh, okay. You're fine. You are in no way obligated. Man, I get it. I get it. Like, I'm hot in my room too, and the fan is running. Kiddo needs a fan, he needs a fan. Or whomever needed it. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Does that mean someone was being hurtful? There's always one. Huh. And TikTok be lying. Whatever. It's not that important. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but... Hello, Bree? Thanks for showing. Thanks for joining us. Words are hard when you're multitasking. Probably should have done the acrylic white last. Is this the same one that was giving me trouble last night? Ooh, that is a good idea. Thank you. Nope, this is the one. Dadgummit. My Sharpies would crap out on me while I'm making a video. That's better. Although not by much. Okay. God, I love these new pens. They're cheap as hell, so I don't know how they might compare to other ones, but the fact that they're finer tipped has been a lifesaver for me. I have another pair that are much thicker. Have I ever watched Graveyard Shift? The Stephen King movie? Well, loosely based on the Stephen King short story. Yes. It's about giant rats that mutate into giant bats and eat people who are like a cleanup crew, I believe. Yeah. The short story, as tends to be the case, is much, much better. Having said that, if you like that movie, if anyone likes that movie, no judgment, it's been a while since I've watched it. I just remember Graveyard Shift is the name of the short story collection that Graveyard Shift appears in. I don't know if it's called Graveyard Shift, actually. I don't know. But it's one of my favorite short story collections by anyone, anywhere. And I highly recommend it to anybody who's looking for something to read. I think in the short story, it's, if not confirmed, then implied that the rats are mutating underground and becoming like a new species of something. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while. I remember that story actually scaring the hell out of me, though. Vintage King, well, I gotta be careful. Some of King's older stuff is drug-filled, and you can kind of tell, but yeah, in the spoilers for this story, I guess, I remember there being a giant winged rat at the end of the short story. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Yeah, it's weird. Stephen King, I mean, other authors do it too, but Stephen King has this incredible way of taking something that shouldn't be scary and sounds kind of ridiculous when you explain it to people, and making it some of the scariest crap ever, at least to me. I don't know how effective he is these days on some readers. Yeah, I don't know exactly what his I don't know what his frame of mind, or what his plans were, I guess I should say. Like, what were his intentions there? I will say, Stephen King is a pantser like me, so he doesn't always have a clear picture of what his story is going to turn into when he writes it. He just kind of lets it happen, and it's entirely possible he didn't know what he was going to do. Maya Christina, welcome. I did it again. I probably should have just waited. I don't want to lose the shape of the arm, though. It's a dumb excuse. It is, however, mine. Is it the reading part, Mel, or is it the Stephen King writing part? Oh, you just need the imagery, like a more visual thing. That's understandable, if that's what you mean. Do people think, well, this is a loaded question. For people who believe in or think about or even just have fun with the idea of Mothman, do you think when you imagine Mothman, is he covered in fur? Or it, I should say. Because I actually really like moths, and the idea that comes to mind, even if he isn't a moth, this is assuming he's real, and chances are he's not, right? Good chances are pretty good. The pop culture idea that pops up in my head of Mothman is that he's fuzzy. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that I believe in Mothman. So I always draw him, when I do, as being this kind of big, fuzzy, flying creature. Oh, you running out of ink? There we go. The Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I actually forgot Mothman was in that. Or at least a version of Mothman. H. John Benjamin, I believe, played him. I watched that episode recently, actually. And the movie, you never really get a good look at him, actually. But he's more spectral, I guess. And then he lays eggs inside of Carl, and he's being a real baby about it. That show was unhinged. It's really sad because, I mean, the show recently got revived, which is great, but apparently a lot of the voice actors they weren't getting consistent work, and they weren't getting royalties for the show, and Aqua Teen Hunger Force is still to this day a big, a draw for Cartoon Network, and they weren't getting any, money for the roles that they originated, and it really made me mad, the idea that the voices of this show that millions and millions of people to this day still love and care about were basically broke and struggling. And I hear that they're back on the show, but that seems like a lot too late, so kind of sad. And it's happening everywhere. Not that I have to tell anybody that. That's the energy he's giving off a little bit, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to invest in some new Sharpies, I think. This one's on its last legs. I think I put too much white on the other side. That's a little better. Okay. That's, well... I think that's enough on him for now. Oh, I haven't forgotten. It's probably the last thing I'm gonna do. Just trying not to hyper obsess over this tree. It needs some texture. Too much negative space. It's the thought that counts, I'm sure. So, whereabouts? Where were you thinking? Moon Sliver. Hello, Raj. Welcome. Like, here, there. What was the plan exactly? She has gone. Excuse me. No, you're fine. I'm just joking. Although I will say after this, I'm probably going to turn it in. So, were you thinking around here or around here maybe? Like where exactly? Thank you. He's a little cutesier than I wanted him to be, but, you know, I'm glad I did it. Ow. Ooh, these joints are feeling it. Like, right there or like right here? Left or right, I should say. Not over the head. Gotcha. So... True. So when you're saying sliver, I'm assuming you mean crescent, and I'm talking like really small, like really, or all right, gotcha. So here's what I'm gonna do about that. Unless this turns out to be terrible, I'm just gonna draw. Not quite what I wanted, but whatever. Probably should have stuck to the original plan. Oh, it was not perfect, believe me. Not what I wanted, but I think that's as good as it gets. I may come back and fix that moon, but I think I'm going to do it later. So, for anyone who happened to join in tonight, that was the spread. Thank you for everyone who was joining in tonight instead of sleeping like I should be. I intend to keep doing this, so if you want to come hang out 10 or 11 Central Time, feel free. I will be here. Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you for suggesting it. It was definitely something I've been meaning to draw. Man, now that I'm looking at it, though, I'm seeing all these things I could have changed, but whatever. Maybe I'll do it over sometime. But yeah. I don't hate it. I like some things about it. Same with this one. I may even go back and try this one again. I don't know. It is a fast drawing. It was a fast drawing. You get what you pay for. Okay, everybody. I'm going to go let my dog out. And that's not a euphemism. I'll try to remember that. I'm sure you'll be able to remind me. Alright, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.